Thank you. We are now live, George.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is George Boyle. I'm Assistant Corporation Counsel for the City of Bloomington, and I'm appearing via Zoom call-in. I want to thank everyone for attending this afternoon. Staff in attendance include Nicole Albertson, Director of our Human Resources Department, Jeff Flaherty with the Fire Department, Angie Brown, also with Human Resources, and Jenna Finnegan, Assistant Corporation Counsel. Am I missing anyone from staff?
Nope, you got them all.
Okay. Well, again, I want to thank the commissioners for attending, and Ms. Albertson, will you please call the roll?
Sure thing. Commissioner Schrader-Conklin? Go ahead and say it again. I didn't pick you up the first time.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Rudisill?
Present.
Commissioner Sturgeon?
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Now, our previous chair, Dean Messinger, is no longer with the commission after long and distinguished service. And our first order of business will be election of a chairperson for the board. Chairpersons serve for a one-year term, commensurate with the fiscal year. So for the city, that's from May 1st through April 30th, or until a successor is duly elected. But we promise you that will not be so long that your term will be eternal if you are the chairperson. Our procedure for this will be that the floor will be open for nominations, and they'll be in the form of a motion, such as I move to nominate so-and-so as chair, and we'll then accept a second, keep the floor open for any other nominations, and then take a roll call vote. So do we have any nominations for chair?
I nominate Ellen Schroeder for chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Rudisill.
I'll second it if there's a second needed.
There is. Second by Commissioner Sturgeon. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll proceed then to well, if there's any discussion, is there any discussion? Ellen may still be writing her acceptance speech.
You don't see, I see nobody who was wanting to make extra comment.
Okay, well, with that in mind, can we call the roll?
Sure can. Commissioner Schrader-Conklin?
Present.
Yeah, yay or nay? Yes or no?
Oh, she can, yeah,
Did you say present to
she can
that?
vote present on that.
Okay, perfect. Commissioner Rudisill
Aye.
and Commissioner Sturgeon?
Aye.
No nays to announce.
Thank you, Ellen. Appreciate you doing it.
George, can
You
I
can-
step in and just add, we did skip the item of public comment. There is no public comment.
Yeah, well, that was the first thing. Oh, okay, there is no one. I was going to ask her to call that, but there's no one signed up nor present to give public comment?
Correct.
Okay. Well, Madam Chairman, then I think our next order is to review and approve the minutes of our last meeting of November 6, 2019.
With everyone's review of the minutes, I am requesting review and consideration of approving those minutes of the Board of Fire and Police Commission meeting on November 6, 2019.
I second that motion.
May we consider that the first motion and see if we can get a second?
I will second it.
Thank you. Just so folks know, with these kind of hybrid Zoom meetings, it's required that all votes have to be by roll call vote. So even a lot of times minutes will be, you can pass them with a voice vote of yay or nay, but in this case, we need a roll call vote. So, Ms. Halverson?
Commissioner Schrader Conklin,
Yes.
Commissioner Rudisill,
Yes.
and Commissioner Surgeon.
Yes.
No needs to announce.
Next on our, we have a fire liaison discussion, and we have the consideration and approval of the final eligibility register for promotion to the rank of Assistant Chief, Battalion Chief.
Good afternoon. Are you ready for me, Ellen?
I'm ready
Yeah.
for you.
All right. Well, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here and welcome, Commissioner Sturgeon. It's good to see everybody back together again, kind of. The fire department recently completed an assessment, a promotional process for the rank of, Assistant Chief / Battalion Chief. And captains with 3 years experience are eligible to take that or to go through that process. It's a 90-day process where they sign up. They are given a list of study materials. They turn in all of their requirements and all of their degrees and different certifications and things. And then over that 90 days, there's different components of the process. There's an oral interview with Chief West. They then take a written examination, and then they go through an assessment process that has 3 separate phases to it. Involves an in-basket, out-basket, an employee interview, and then actually running an emergency scene. So we had 5 candidates go through the process. All 5 of them are great captains, and any of them would do a fine job as Assistant Chief, Battalion Chief. And so I believe what Lindsay has put together is that final list that we need your approval on with those 5 candidates that are on there. So what we will be looking for is a motion to accept the promotional process list and make that Assistant Chief, Battalion Chief list final with your blessing. So is there any questions? If not,
If
Jordan,
you're talking, you're muted. And I think Ellen had a question as well.
Okay, so how many positions are open for
we
this?
currently have, so on the fire department, we have 3 battalion chiefs right now. And one of those positions, we had a retirement just a couple weeks ago. So one of those positions is open currently. So the top person on this list will be promoted effective basically the next shift on that shift.
Okay, so we're just looking to approve this list, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Jeff, are the top 2 or 3 you mentioned, will they go right into that position?
No, just the top one will, Mike. And if we have any retirements over the next couple of years, this list will be good for a couple of years. Then they would be moving to that position. So good possibility that that'll happen over the next couple of years.
And then Jeff, the only question I had, just obviously new to the PDF and
Sure. Oh, no.
spreadsheet, the time and grade for Captain Tally. I'm assuming Captain Tally has been longest tenured based on that 15 listed there, correct?
Nope, and that's a great question, Levi, because the process is laid out in the Local 49 contract with the City of Bloomington. It's a negotiated process, and Nicole's been a part of some of that, so Angie. And the time and grade points are for each year that a person is in the position as captain, they receive 1.5 points for a max of 15. So if someone has been a captain for 10 years, 1.5, 15 points. And then you max out. You can't. Captain Tally has actually been a captain 12 or 13 years, but you max out at those 15 points. So that's a great question.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Were the chiefs were the chief's points, was that Eric West or
Yes.
was it? Oh,
Yep, or Chief West handled those, and those are an oral interview he does with them, a series of questions that he asks each one of them, and then their experience and with just a small number of the 18 captains, we know a lot of their work history and stuff. So it's just part of the process is sitting down with him and going through a series of questions and him ranking them. So.
okay, so if there are no more questions, I'm looking for the consideration and approval of the final eligibility register for promotion to the rank of Assistant Chief, Battalion Chief.
So moved.
So is that's a motion for approval?
Yes.
Second that motion.
Yep, I'll do the roll call. Yep,
Okay.
Commissioner Schrader, or do I say Chair? Chair Schrader Conklin now.
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Rudisil
Yes.
and Commissioner Sturgeon.
Yes.
Thank you. The nays to announce.
Thank you.
I don't believe that we have anything with the police liaison. And then we need to move on to the updated board rules, and that would be you, Nicole.
Yes, and really the only update I have for you is that we are still awaiting feedback from one of the entities, one of the parties that we asked to review. And as soon as we have that, we'll have some new board rules to put in front of you to review and approve.
Okay, so then I guess we just need to,
Seek adjournment.
or do we need to pick a date, or will Lindsay will take care of that?
Yeah, we will reach out since this is a commission that doesn't meet on a regular basis. We will reach out and get that scheduled as soon as we have the feedback that we're looking for.
Okay, so we're looking for a motion to adjourn. If there's no other questions.
I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay, and George, I don't think I need to do a roll call on that, do I?
Well, we wouldn't stay in session eternally, but since it says it's on every vote,
Okay, I'll take the vote. Let's see. Chair Schrader Conklin
Yes.
and Commissioner Rudisil
Yes.
and Commissioner Sturgeon.
Yes.
Very good. We are adjourned.
thanks to everyone.
Yep. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Bill, you can stop recording.